right, opening morning. Man, excited. Trail cam's been showing elk on them, showing bulls on them, been showing people on them. So hopefully we can get up here and find an elk today, find a big bull or a little bull, I don't know. There's tons of spikes, there's several small bulls, there's a couple nice bulls, nothing giant, but man, there's a couple I'd really be happy with. So who knows, maybe we'll run into them today. I'm really hopeful, so wish us luck. After crossing a small drainage in the dark, we arrive at the first place we might encounter an elk. One problem, there's a guy who spent the night there and is already waiting for daylight. Not wanting to disturb his hunt, we take a hard left and make a wide circle around his position to continue on to where we planned on hunting to begin with. Hearing a bugle in the distance and knowing there are other hunters in the area, we hustle over to close the gap. At this point, the bull is only a couple 100 yards away. Being super careful, I test the wind as we go. I really want to keep the element of surprise. We take a seat where I can watch this long alleyway through the trees, hoping to catch a glimpse of the bull. I'm not calling at this point. I don't want to draw any attention from other hunters to our location. We've moved up, danger close to the elk, just trying to get a glimpse through the timber. Now that we are so close, I risk a few cow calls to zero in on the bull's location. Of course, he bugles when the camera isn't rolling. He's still a couple 100 yards away and we gotta close that gap. Busted. We walked right into the partial view of a cow. The bull is just out of sight. Time to go. I move up. I have to catch this bull before he's gone. We can hear the elk calling. They're just out of sight. Busted again. Trying to take advantage of the chaos of elk running everywhere, I scream a bugle and hustle after them. I can see their tan bodies through the trees at 60 yards. I just need to grow antlers on one of them. Where is the bull? I scream again, trying to get the bull to show himself. You can hear his cows talking back. This is going to happen any second. The bugles are not getting closer. We gotta go. Wow, I blew it big bugled on his own. Then he answered my cow calls a couple times. Put the sneak on him, got really close, and I seen a cow that kind of busted a little bit. And then I heard some calves over here to my right a little bit later. I thought, oh shoot, they kind of moved over this way. So we went out towards the calves. Turns out there was, 12 to 15 cows and a spike. And we busted them. I busted them. And they ran. And the bull bugle's back to where I kind of thought he was to begin with, but I thought he might have moved. Egg on my face. So when we busted those cows, I took in after him, bugling, thinking, okay, maybe that bull will think it's a bull chasing him and he can come over and fight, but he never showed himself. He bugled again, and then another bull bugled over in here. But all has been quiet now, so I think they left the country. So we're gonna kind of skulk around here and see if we can turn something up. With that many elk, they'll leave some tracks. We'll kind of figure out where they're headed and kind of try to find them that way. But if we can get back close to them and do some lost calf calls, we might be able to have another encounter. Hopefully with the bull. Dang it. I hear them. Yeah. Right over there. Yeah. There's an old road that goes over there. They're probably standing on that road over there. Yeah. We'll slip over there and see if we can find them. Been walking along these old roads and trails, following elk tracks. We kind of made a decision to give up on those elk we got into this morning. We're gonna leave them be. I don't want to keep bumping them completely out of the country. Reason being, by the time we'd get over where they were out, we last heard them, the wind was going to be blowing uphill, and they'd have the wind advantage. I don't want to blow them out with my scent, so we turn around and come back, and we're going to take a little different route back to the truck. One that maybe when we come back in the morning or the next time we come in here, then we'll have a little better wind, because the way we came in this morning, the wind wasn't perfect. And we would have had better wind this morning, but we ran into a guy. We ran into a guy that was posted up on a clear cut. So I seen him, and I'm like, give him the wave, and we went on. We went a different direction. He was there first. We didn't want to foul him up, so anyway, we're gonna go up here and just work our way back to the truck, back to camp. I just feel like normally we'd hunt all day, but the way these winds and the way the land lays out, the winds are going to be moving uphill. They've already kind of started changing, and we kind of got out of their wind path. But the elk bed up above these roads and stuff, up in that timber, and I don't want to. And it's pretty thick, nasty stuff. So I don't want to go up in there and spook them out. I want to continue to hunt them, try to catch them in the morning when the wind's good, when they're in these little grassy spots and these little pretty little areas like this. But the good thing is we didn't have Doug Flutie out here trying to race us to the elk. The bad thing is I kind of pushed a little too hard to try to get on that bull too quick because he was bugling, because I was afraid somebody else might try to get on him. And if I take take my time better, then I feel like we would have probably done better. Maybe I'd have got him. But live and learn, right? Last year it kind of bit me. I was taking my time on a bull, making sure everything was right, getting on it. The guy spooked it out from under me. So this year I was a little bit gun shy to take my time. So there's probably a fine line. But anyway, this is our first time hunting in here with a rifle. Austin and I came out here opening day of archery season, but there wasn't too much activity, no bugles. But today we heard bugles. So hopefully they'll continue to bugle, because it's nice to kind of have an idea which way to walk to, because there's tracks everywhere just going every which way. It's hard to tell which ones to follow. But anyway, we're going to keep walking. Pro tip: if you want to discourage other people from hunting here, put lots of footprints in places where it's obvious, like in mud crossings. They see it looks like people been hunting the crap out of it. They might get disheartened and leave. Oh yeah. Hunt smarter, not harder. Hiked in here. We're here about a mile at this point, and got another mile or so to go. We're trying to set up and watch this hillside where we heard that bull bugle last. Maybe they'll come out on feed on that hillside this evening before it gets too dark. Or we may hear them coming up through the timber. There's kind of a cut over timber there, so a lot of little openings and stuff. So we'll kind of position ourselves in a strategic place and see if we can waylay them. Probably not going to do a lot of calling tonight, except maybe right at dark if I'm not hearing them talk. I might give a couple little calls just to kind of plant some seeds, but being it's October, it's not going to be like September where the elk are a lot more vocal typically. So, but anyway, the wind's kind of weird. It's kind of blowing pretty hard, blowing uphill. So we're hoping it'll change here in a little bit. As soon as that sun gets behind the ridge, we'll be good. But hopefully we're not fouling up the rest of this area by having the wind blowing up. But I guess that's a risk you gotta take sometimes to hunt. I mean, sometimes you want to wait for the perfect wind, but sometimes you just got to get over to your spot where you know there's possibly elk, and not worry about the places where there might be elk. I switched out my beloved 338 Win Mag for my 7 PRC, thinking I might have an extended distance shot. The shadows begin to grow long. Instead of seeing an elk a few hundred yards away, we get ambushed by some elk at about 30 yards. Game over. We had a couple cows come in, got us with their pants down here. We're kind of sitting on their trail, but it was the only good rock to shoot long distance, so we kind of had to be exposed a little bit. Fortunately, they saw us, took off, but then it sounded like they came back and beat around up here in the brush and then moved up on the hill. So we're just going to ease back towards the truck. We got a little bit of light here left, and maybe we'll catch them in this old grassy road feeding or something. Maybe there'll be a bull with them. It's a new day and a completely new spot.
I had e-scouted this spot before and had a pin on my Onyx where I really wanted to set up for a while. I have excellent shooting lanes at various distances and call pretty frequently, trying to draw in a bull close to our location. It worked. After a long sit, a bull quietly makes his way to us. I just shot a bull. It's like a world record spike. It's got really long spikes.
Good job.
Well, so much for shooting a 6-point, but doggone it, I can't help myself. I'm not a trophy hunter at all. Sometimes you just get a gift, you know?
Yeah.
I was trying to send a text message, and he interrupted me.
You
So I
don't
shot him.
You don't do that to the bugler.
Yeah, nobody interrupts my texting. I've been saying all season, where are these inquisitive spikes, these dumb spikes that want to come to the calls? And I haven't had a single one come in all archery season or rifle season till today. Well, today's the second day of season, but I feel like it was a good place to shoot an elk. And last year I didn't get an elk. And this year I haven't even drawn my bow on an elk. So I feel like, I probably should take a gift when one's put in front of me, so. Alright. Now we gotta climb off this big rock and go find that thing. I hit him good, so I think he just piled up right there in the trees. And for you guys that say, you should probably shoot a bigger gun to make sure you knock those elk down like the hand of God. Well, this is a .338 Win Mag shooting a spike bull elk. Did he drop in his tracks? Absolutely not. He ran off limping. Just like they do when you shoot him with a 6.5 Creedmoor. But guess what? He's dead down there. Let's go find him. Even a spike elk is a big animal. You know, I told Dusty, I said, I got a little bloodlust. I really want to kill. I really want to kill an elk. I mean, the whole experience, the hunting, the time outdoors, time spent with friends is always really fun. But dang it, I want to kill one. And I seen that guy coming in. We sat there for an hour and a half maybe. I'd done a bunch of calling and then tapered off on the calls. And honestly, I kind of thought maybe we were foolish for even being right there. The wind wasn't the best for us. It'd been kind of blowing downhill the whole time. But I thought, you know, you have to let the process work. You have to stay here and let it work. And then, you know, I was going to give it another 30 minutes to another hour and then say, you know, let's go find somewhere else to hunt. And this guy walked out, give us an opportunity. I'm grateful. I feel very fortunate. So thank you, old bull. Appreciate your life. I'm gonna make steaks and burgers and tacos and everything else out of this guy. So yeah, now the work begins. Get him cut up, put in the bags, and packed out. The pack shouldn't be too bad. We're in here a little ways, but the terrain's not terrible, so I don't think I've ever killed a bull in such a beautiful place either. This place is magnificent. So thanks for letting me be out here. I've been gone a lot, and just want to say thanks to my wife and family for letting me be out here so much. It's a lot. There ain't no chores that get done around the house. There ain't nothing that gets done around the house come hunting season. So I miss them. So it's only the second day. You know what they say, and I hate that old expression. Don't turn down on the first day or second day what you would shoot on the last. And I would definitely shoot a spike bull on the last day. And you know, sometimes it's just a gift. You can't let those gift elk in the mouth. You got to take them. Got to take them home with you. Every time I get a bull down, I stare in disbelief and wonder, what have I done? How are we ever going to get this bull out of the woods? But once my knife starts cutting, a calmness washes over me as I work, and I truly enjoy it. Everyone hunts elk for various reasons. Antler scores, body counts, meat for their table, time with friends and family, and 100 other reasons. I hunt elk because it feeds something primal deep inside me, something I felt stir at a very young age. I love the horns. I love the meat. I love the time spent in the fall elk woods. I love the camaraderie of hunting with friends and family. And I love the hard work that goes along with elk hunting. But maybe most of all, I love taking home the gifts that are put in front of me.